You know, you guys, I wish I was still gone at the beach. You get there and you never want to come back from vacation. But everybody, welcome back. I am back with another video. This one is actually about my vacation that I just recently took. And I am actually going to show you a little bit of the photos that I took, and I want to take you with me on that as well. But I do want to go ahead and go into the first area that we stopped at on our vacation, and that was Fredericksburg, Texas. And Fredericksburg, Texas has a lot of history to it, and there is a museum there that a lot of people like to go to, which is the Museum of the Pacific War. It also is known for Main Street, and Main Street is a really busy area with a lot of boutiques, just different shops you can go to, wineries and breweries that you can visit as well. So we did go to a brewery there. My husband wanted to try a sampler of beers, and we picked up a bite to eat there as well, and he loved it. So it is a really awesome place to go if you're ever around the area and you want to just go take a little gander. But that night that we were there, we wanted to go out and take a look at some of the churches that were there, because all the churches there, if you ever go by or go through or even look up the area, you will see that they have this Gothic architecture to them. And there was one in particular that we went and we took a picture of, and well, multiple photos of. And I tried to get a lot of shots from different angles, so that way I could get a good photo, whether it was 1, 2, or 3, maybe, hopefully good photos. And since we were taking these at night, it was peaceful. It was during the weekday, so there was not many people out at all, and so this made it perfect. The nightlife there is awesome. There's lots of lights everywhere, so if you're a photographer that loves the whole nightlife and night photography, this is perfect for you if you ever go around the area. So we went ahead and took some pictures, of course, of that church, as I said, and we went around to some other churches to take a few photos of those as well. And then I ended up taking a few photos of my daughter in a garden area that they had there close by. But we had lots of fun just there, and the main reason why we even went there was just to get a hotel, because the area that we wanted to go hike the next day was pretty much next door. So our next stop the next morning was Enchanted Rock. We have been wanting to go to this area for a while now, and since my husband is a geologist, he wanted to go and take a look there to look at the different, I guess, formations and stuff. And I love that when he goes, you know, he explains everything to us, because he's the one that's more knowledgeable in the area. So then we get a little bit of knowledge as well whenever we're around hiking and just different locations. But we did have a lot of fun there. The hike is a steep hike, but the views once you get to the very top, it's just beautiful panoramic views, you guys. It's amazing. And so as we got to the top, which we did have to rest along the way, when you walk all the way to the other side of Enchanted Rock, there is a lake on the opposite side that you're able to view. So if you're ever around the area and you love hiking and you're outdoorsy like we are, go ahead and check this out. I think you guys would like it so much. I know once we were coming back down, it was really hard on my knees, because some areas are a lot steeper than others. So if you have bad knees, you are going to want to rest just a little bit through, unless you just tough it out a little bit better than I did. But I enjoyed it though, regardless, and it was beautiful. My daughter loved it. Of course, we were all tired at the end, but they do have a snow cone stand at the bottom, and we did stop and enjoy a snow cone to cool off. But it was a perfect hike, wasn't too long at all. The only thing more difficult about it is that it is steep up, and then coming back down, it can be a little hard, like I said, on the knees, but it's not bad. So we did enjoy ourselves there. We had a really good time. And then we went back out in Fredericksburg afterwards and just enjoyed ourselves. And we took a trip to our next stop from there, which was, what was it? Stonehenge 2. So Stonehenge 2 is located, I think it was about an hour out of Fredericksburg or so. I could be wrong. I don't know the exact location, but if I do get it, I will post it here. But it was awesome. The only bad thing about when we got there is they were setting up for an event the next day. And so they had tents and seats and everything everywhere, which was blocking the total beautiful view that I could have shot of the Stonehenge, which kind of sucked, but I was still able to get some photos. And we just walked around just to take a look at that. And then we looked a little bit into the history of Stonehenge there. So the next morning we did take off to our next location, which was Corpus Christi, and then from there we did head off to our condominium that we had in Port Aransas. So we stopped at the aquarium in Corpus Christi. It is a really cool aquarium to go to. We did look at the dolphin show that they had there that day, and we had to sit on the side where we got splashed by the dolphins, and we had a really good time. So we did that, and we explored there, got some souvenirs at the shop there, and then took off to our condominium so we could head off to the beach. So when we finally got to Port Aransas, it was the stop that I was looking forward to out of the whole thing. Don't get me wrong, I love hiking, but I have been wanting to go back to the beach since forever. So we got there, we checked in, headed up to our condominium, and I went straight to the balcony. I had to. The views were incredible, and I could not wait to step in that sand. I just wanted to put my toes in that sand and walk in the ocean, and just the serenity of it all is beautiful. But we did get some food. After we got there, we were kind of hungry. We snacked on something at the aquarium, but it wasn't enough to really like satisfy our hunger. So we went and grabbed some quick food again, and then we headed straight to the beach. We were at the beach for a while. We just wanted to take it all in. It had been a really long time since I've been to Port Aransas. The beach itself, we were there last year, but this one by far is a better beach. And so we wanted to just enjoy it all. Next morning, we did go and have some breakfast at a place that we just looked up. And the breakfast, I recommend. It's so good. It tastes all homemade. It doesn't taste like other places where you can tell that it's not. This was like all homemade breakfast. The only thing that wasn't too crazy about were the pancakes, but they were still good as well. Everything was delicious. So we finished our breakfast from there. Then we went to a souvenir shop because we have to stop at the souvenir shops everywhere and get a little something to take home with us and for our family. So we did that, stopped, got a few things. Then we went back and got ready for a long day at the beach. So we got back, got dressed, and headed out to the beach and just relaxed and just had fun with each other. We got sunburned, but it was worth every bit of sunburn. And I totally did not want to come back. It was our second day, and I was like, oh no, we just have one more day and then we got to come back home. But the very last day that we were there, that was the day where I kind of focused more on photography. I just wanted to take everything in with my family and spend that time with them. And on that last day, I finally got some photos of the pier and of the ocean around us. And it was something that I just had to do. I mean, who doesn't want to take tons of pictures when you're out on vacation of just the things around you, just to keep as memories? But yeah, we went out on a small photo walk on our last night there, and just sat around and took in everything for one last time, and the peace of everything. Went back up to our condominium, sat out a little bit on the balcony, and then just came back in and enjoyed the home feel of everything. My husband was asking me, could you give up our home to come over here and live in a smaller like condo, you know, with no backyard, no front yard? And I was like, man, that's really hard, you know, but I think I could, because I think being at the beach is me. That's my home. When I'm there, I feel at peace. I feel like I belong there. And so I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. If you're a beach lover like I am, you totally understand what I'm trying to say, but you just feel at home there, and that's how I felt. And so I did not want to come back up to this day Mentally, I am still there. Physically, I'm here, but mentally, I'm still in Port Aransas. But we had a great time on our vacation, and I just wanted to share this with you guys and some of the photography and video that I did catch out there. So that way, if you're ever around the area, you can take a look, or you go visit the areas that we did, and hopefully you'll love them just as much as we do. But I do hope that you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. Now I'm looking in your eyes, but I'm wandering to your lips. See, I'm trying to keep it cool while I'm hovering for the kiss. 'Cause I've been needing you like old-fashioned orange slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot spice. Love the taste of paradise. No, it's never been the right time, like we're holding back the storyline. And I'm waiting at the end of the night, thinking of you. Took your number from a friend, but I never called. I never called. I never called. I started writing a DM, didn't sleep at all. Not awake that night. And every time I go out, I'm